Hello, welcome. I'm Chrissy and this is your Emmaus Suffolk online workshop. Today you will need a pair of scissors, some green crepe paper, yellow A4 paper, one paper clip, 3 straws, some string, PVA glue, 3 little cotton wool buds and 1 glass jar. If you're ready, I'm ready, let's get on with this. Okay, so we're going to start with our crepe paper. What we're going to need to do, we need to make 3 leaves, believe it or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the paper, I'm going to take some scissors, and we're just going to cut the amount we need. So take it along, put that aside, and then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half, like so. And just softly have it there. Lovely. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use this side here. So you want the piece over, and then you can draw it with pencil if you want to as a guideline, or you can just use your eye and judge it. And what we're going to do is take it along like so. So when you're cutting it, please be mindful just to keep a bit of a gap, because in a few moments we're going to actually put this straight across, so you might just want to measure out how much it's going to be. Don't just go too wide because it will fold over nicely, and just take it all the way up like so. And voila. And what we're aiming for is 3 of these. When you've done your 3, please come back and we'll do that. Hello and welcome back. So we've now got all 3 ready. So I'm going to just take the scissors again, and just in the middle of here, just ever so slightly, just make a little hole. What you don't want to do is go too far, because then you're going to half them. We don't want that. So just snip it. So when you've got all 3, line them up like so. What we're going to do is we're going to then take our straws. For the first one, I would probably just have a little play with it, because the idea is these are going to be obviously like this, and we're going to glue these down. Keep in mind how high you would like yours, because when we put our cotton wool bud on, like so, please be mindful of how high you want them up and how low. So we're going to go about here. This is how high I'm going to go. So best way to do that is just fiddling all 3 through. It takes a second, like so. And again, if you can kind of just measure up roughly how high they all are, so when they stand in the jar they look the same height, unless you want them different. Please do what you want, because again, these are your flowers. So we are now ready for the glue. This bit is a bit fiddly, so you're more than welcome to use a paintbrush or spatula if you want to. I'm going to be messy and use my hands. It only just takes a couple of seconds, and then you can go and wash it off. So you just put a little bit on. Please don't be too shy, because we do want them to stick, but not too much. And again, the crepe paper, it will soak up nicely. So again, if you want, you can put gloves on for this, that's absolutely fine. And what we do is, you can see the glue will, there we go, make it all disappear, lovely jubbly. Please be mindful when you're doing it, the tops, there we go, will actually fold in that way. So what we're going to do is you want to try and keep this up. Once you've done that, try and cover all the green. If you need to put some more glue on, please do. Absolutely fine. So, there we go. 1. Fantastic. Let's do the other one. Let's go. There we go. So when you've done all 3, it should look a little bit like that. Again, you're going to have sticky hands, but again, this is okay. What we're going to do is now we're just going to go and do the flower. Okay, so when that's all done, what we're going to do is now we're going to stick the tops on. So have a look at your cotton wool buds. When you've found the 3 you want, what I found helps with this is just pushing it up slightly with the scissors and just slightly opening, because then it gives a little bit of a leeway when you stick in your glue and put it on top of your straw. So let's do that to all 3 of them. then we're ready to stick them on. So this one is quite easy. Stick it in. Ta-da. And then what you're going to do is just aim it on top like so, ever so softly, but just make sure it does actually stick. There you go. And do it again. Done. So they will be slightly wet. Put them aside onto a radiator. They should take about between 45 minutes to an hour. Double check them, and then when they're done, they should look something like these. Fantastic, and they're great, and they're all stuck on. Exactly what we want. So when the flowers are done, put them aside, and then we're next ready for the next bit. Hello, welcome back. We are ready now for the next stage. So we take our glass, any shape you want. I'll just pick this one. Give it a wash, give it a clean, let it dry. Got to make sure it's dry for this bit. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put them inside. So for this one, take your glue, and what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up. There we go. Keep an eye on how much you're putting in. About that much. If you can, okay, try and, silly thing to ask, but try and aim straight down the bottom, because what we don't want is try and get it onto the sides, because then it won't give that effect that we're trying to get. There is a lot of glue in there, and it ideally took me about 3.5 days to dry, believe it or not, on top of a radiator. So what we're going to do for the next bit is we're going to then put these straight in. When you're putting them in, be mindful when you're looking at it of how you want your flowers to be placed. So I'm going for it to stand straight up. Lovely. If you can see, they keep moving as they do. So to prevent them slipping as much as we can, we're going to take our paper. What we're going to do is we're just going to fold it over like so, and we're just going to try and give it a bit of support. I found the best way to do this was just fold it over like so, bring it back, and just bend it to the shape of the glass ever so slightly. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep it in place, and we're just going to then put in our little paper clip like so. Ta-da. And again, this is just to prevent it slipping. If you kind of bend down and have a look at where you want them to stand. Now, I don't know if you can see, but that looks pretty good to me. What I've done is put this onto the radiator. You can always keep an eye on it. Mine took about 3 days, but it was definitely worth it, because when it was done, we had something looking like so. Ta-da! Again, it slipped, but that's absolutely fine. So what we've done then is we're going to make this bit, and we're going to do that together. So, as you can see, it is string. So if you take your string, and then what we're going to do is just put it around. You wrap it around about 4 times. Again, when you look at the front, figure out the best angle you want. I quite like this angle. And then you can use anything you like. You can use coloured string, rope. I'm going for this because I quite like this look. A little bow, if you're not very good at bows, because some people say I'm not, again, that's absolutely fine. You can ask a friend, or if you don't, just keep playing with it. Or if you like, you can just actually just keep it around the top, tie it around the back, and let it hang down. You can go for that look, or you can just go for that look. Remember, you're the artist, and either way, amazing. And there you go, flowers in a jar. Thank you for making this with us. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. All the best. Bye. Thank you ever so much for joining me today doing the arts and crafts. It was a big pleasure. If you do want to follow us, please do. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You may have some ideas and want to share them with us, and maybe you want to see me do the arts and crafts. Please do get in touch with us. But please be mindful that we can't always get back to you straight away. Please be patient with us, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Again, all the best, and thanks for watching. Bye!